Hey, you guys. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for pressing play. I appreciate your time, your energy, your love. Just thanks for being here with me. And just thanks for being supportive. I really, really appreciate it, you guys. Riri is going crazy. What are you doing? You kicked dirt all over the cards. Anyway, let's just get into it. Thank you guys for being here. I really appreciate it. Check out Otter Spirit if you guys want to. There's 2 links in the description for a discount. They sell triple grade A crystals. They give back to Mother Gaia. They're a good company, family owned business. Just great intentions. So if you're going to invest your money into crystals, Otter Spirit would be the way to go. And there's 2 links in the description for a discount if you guys want. Check out 144 from the Stars Tarot. That's just the last thing I want to say before we get into the message is check out my soul family. His name is Ian. Riri's like, yes, check him out. His name is Ian. His wife's name is Trina. 144 from the Stars Tarot. Okay. He has a little dog named Odin, and that is, I'm not kidding, that is a spirit guide. And I know it is. I know he is. I know he's a spirit guide. Okay. So anyways, check him out. He's a cool dude, and he's got truth to spill for days. So check him out. Okay, you guys, here we go. I'm talking to someone who's completed something as of recent. There's something you've completed. You passed the finish line, okay? Now, here's the thing is, I feel like, okay, now whether you have made an altar or not, Spirit is bringing this up. They're bringing up an altar. Now, for someone, I feel like you could have made an altar like in a tree or something, or like next to a tree. That's for someone in specific. For others of you, if you don't have an altar, Spirit is asking you to make one or dedicate a space, to have a sacred space so you can talk to Spirit and interact. They're saying that it's also for protection, is what I'm getting. It's also for protection. There is someone, though, here that... Okay. Oof. I'm getting different messages. This is interesting. So for someone, I'm getting that you go to a tree, you go to a certain tree, and you tell the tree, you give out like what's bothering you and stuff like this, which is amazing. Spirit is highlighting this and saying, I love it when you do this, because we connect at a deeper level when you do this. And that means that you trust me. It's like you're giving God all of your problems and your burdens. And he loves that. He wants you to lean on him. Okay. Okay. All right. So also what I wanted to say though, is that's what you've been doing. Someone here, you have been spilling your guts to Spirit is what I'm getting. And you've been releasing things. This is why we have completion. And this is why we have completion and reward, is because there is a reward here. And I feel like you're getting this reward because of the trust. Someone here, you have really cultivated some kind of deep relationship with God. And the trust has gotten so much deeper here. It's like you give God everything. It's like everything that's on your chest, everything that's on your mind, your heart, you give it to God. And God is rewarding you for that, because there's nothing more that I think that God loves than the trust, than when we trust him. Is that Bodhi? Oh, there's my Bodhi boy. I know. I haven't seen you in a little while. And people were asking about you, Bodhi. I know. He's such a good boy. So yeah, I was going to say, yes, it's about the trust, and there is a reward here because you have been trusting God, and the reward is a timeline jump, you guys. The reward is literally switching timelines. Okay. You're about to move very quickly into another life. This life, okay, so this life includes, I feel like it's you pouring into yourself. And that's what this life is all about. Bodhi, what are you doing? You silly boy. He's playing with my back. Yes, you are, my baby. I love you so much, buddy. I really do. I miss him, but what happens is that I have so many animals around me. That's what happens. I get really close to one of them, and then they get jealous of each other. Yeah, they see another one coming on me, and then they're like, "Oh, forget it." So, anyways, that's what happened with Bodhi. Is he saw the others coming on me, and he's like, "I don't want any part of this. I want to be the only one." And I totally get that. You silly boy. Okay, so sorry about this, you guys. I'm getting distracted. Um, okay, so what's happening here is you're jumping timelines. You're going into a whole new world. And this new world includes you pouring into yourself, okay, and making sure that your cup is full at all times. And not just that, but I feel like God is going to make sure that your cup is full. Okay, this is a new timeline where God makes sure that you are fulfilled, that you are satisfied. Um, Someone here, I feel like this started with a seed. Okay, I feel like this started with you started to have hope again, just like a mustard seed, and you kept that mustard seed, and God has been pouring onto this mustard seed, you and God, and it's like, look what's happening now. And not just that, I feel like God is just putting everything in the perfect place for you so you are able to grow. So if your environment is not how do you say, conducive to your growth, then God is going to take you out of there and put you in an environment that is beneficial to your growth. Okay. So I feel like someone here, this. I feel like God has done this to you a couple times. I feel like God has had to remove you from places and put you in different places, sometimes because of the people, sometimes because of the environment, whatever it is. It wasn't beneficial to your growth because God has definitely planted a seed of hope in you a long time ago that you have not released. You have kept this seed of hope inside of you, no matter everything that you've been through. Whoever I'm talking to, you have kept the faith. Okay. You are someone, you keep the faith. And that's hard to do, especially from everything that you've been through. That's hard. But God is so proud of you for doing that. That is another reason why he's going to pour into you like never before. He's going to make sure the environment is just perfect for you. Okay. And this is part of the reward, is this timeline jump. And then him moving you into a place. If you're not there yet, he will be moving you into a place where you are taken care of completely. Completely. Your job is to pour into yourself. That's it. What fulfills you? That's your job. Your job is to find out what fulfills you and to put that inside of you. Okay, that's your job. You're someone here. You could have been through a third eye upgrade as of recently. There's something here where your visions are becoming more clear. Your gifts are becoming more clear. You're understanding your gifts. Okay, at a deeper level. That is for someone in specific. Your body and soul are like linked together and very harmoniously, if that's a word. Now, here we go with this one. Okay, trees are so significant in this reading. Spirit is saying that there is a moment of recognition that is going to be had soon. There's something that's going to happen in your life that is going to be that moment that you remember for the rest of your life. Okay, this is something that is you will never forget. You're going to look back at this moment as like, this is the moment that when everything changed. You will remember the moment. Okay. Yes, you will remember this moment of change. I'm getting another message. One second. There's a connection coming in here. Okay. Yes, you have more connections coming in, like soul tie connections. But you know what I'm feeling here, you guys? Your connection to God is unfucking breakable. Nobody can get between you and God. This is what I'm saying. You have kept this mustard seed of hope and faith since you were a child. And I feel like God planted this inside of you so deep so nobody could unroot this. Nobody could pluck this out of you. He knew that you were going to go through all these things, and so did you. You and your higher self, okay? Your higher self and God spent time before your soul incarnated to make sure that this seed of hope, this seed of faith would never be removed because of the things you have to go through. You knew, your higher self, God knew that you're going to have to go through this shit, and it took this. You needed that seed, the seed of faith. Okay, that's that hope. You needed that hope. This is why, is what I'm saying. This hope that's inside of you, that God placed inside of you a long time ago, it's unbreakable. Nobody can break the bond between you and God, you and your higher self, you and the universe. No one. You have gone through a time of enlightenment here, okay? And I think it's an enlightenment about you and your relationship to God and your relationship to everything, and how it's more important than any other relationship you have. That is the enlightenment. To understand that, yes, my family is important. Yes, who I love is important. But God and I, that's something I will not give up. That is something that is unbreakable. That is my lighthouse. And you will not ever give that up for anybody. And look at this, you guys. Oh my God. The next card, look what it says. It says tree, and then it says, tell the tree what you really think. It's just funny because this is what I got from this card over here, okay? I got about someone going to the tree and unloading something. It's like you have been giving your burdens to God, and God is so proud of you. I'm talking to someone who's been truly giving your burdens to God, okay? God is so proud of you. Keep telling that tree what you really think, and tell God what you really think, okay? Wow. You know, we have family tree again, another tree over here in different deck. This is expansion, okay? You've completed something. You've completed something. You've passed the finish line. Now it's time to, boom, expand, okay? And God is making the perfect environment for you to do so. He's setting everything up just perfectly. He's saying, that's my job, right? Oh, it got so quiet when I just said that. That was so weird. Whoa. I feel something weird, something different. All right, let's just keep going. I felt an interesting moment of silence. This could be happening with someone. There's a silence that is happening inside of you that is something that you've never felt before. This could be something that's coming online as well. If you haven't been feeling this, this could be something that's coming up, and it's a silence. It's almost like a hush all over the body. I feel this blanket of calm, especially here in the middle of me, which is interesting because that is the tree trunk. That is the core of the tree trunk. That is the strongest part of the tree, is the core, right? There's something happening at the core of you, and it's a blanket of peace that is like washing over the core of you. And this is a core of peace that you can always go back to, is what I'm getting. You can always reach in and access this type of peace, okay? This is a gift from God. This is one of your gifts, is to be able to be peaceful at all times. When something's happening around you, the hurricane, right? You are calm. You are in the middle. That is where it's the most peaceful, is in the middle, in the core, in the center. Okay, this is absolutely beautiful. So like I said, God is saying, let me set all of the rest up. I will set the environment up. I will do the whys, the hows, or the whatever it is, right? You focus on you and pouring into you. I will feel, or I will do the rest. I will make sure everything else is in place. I just need you to pour into yourself. That's the main thing here, okay? All right. So whoever I'm talking to, you're going through a timeline jump, okay? You've gone through a completion here. Someone here, now there's a couple different people, a couple different energies I'm feeling. Now you could either, you have an altar, okay? And Spirit is saying, I love it when you do this, when you go to your altar and you pour out all of your burdens and you give me your stress and you give me these things, these lower energies, give them to me. Okay. Also, there's also another part, another energy of like, if you don't have an altar, Spirit is saying to please make one. Okay. Please make an altar because I would like you to give me your burdens. Okay. Give them to me. Come to this altar and express yourself however you want to. That's the whole point. There's no rules here. You just come, just show up. Okay. Yeah, but for someone here in specific, you've been going to this tree, a specific tree, and you've been telling the tree what you really think and what's really going on. And when you do this, you've been transmuting your pain, you guys. So I just want to say, amazing job, you guys. And you've completed something here. There's a reward. You've learned how to embrace yourself. Oh my God, this next card is exactly what I was feeling. It says inner peace. And she's like, it's here. It's the core. This is what I'm feeling. There's some kind of inner peace at the core of you that nobody can take. That's the point of this. Nobody can take. All right. This is going to be a shorter message, you guys. I'm not going to get too crazy here. Okay. I'm just going to get, yeah, we'll just get one of these and then we will go. You know what? Let's just get a couple messages at the end. Let's see. Is there anything else you want to say, Spirit? The answer is yes. The answer is yes. Say yes to yourself. You're saying yes to yourself. You're saying yes to this new beginning. I love it. And then it says communication is coming. Oh my God. Okay, so for someone here, you could be waiting on something to come, waiting for an answer, and Spirit is saying communication is coming. The answer is yes. Anything else, Spirit? Love is love. You are worthy. Love is love. There's no rules, okay? Love is love, period. And you are worthy. And you are worthy of love. So there's a completion and there is a reward. The reward will be different for everyone here, okay? But this is a timeline jump. So be prepared for your life to be totally different. And like I said, there is a moment. Spirit is saying that there is a moment of recognition, okay, that's going to be had here. There's a moment that you will never forget. This is the moment in your life that you will always come back to, a moment of reference. I'm getting of like coming back, being like, remember when that happened, and then everything changed after that. That's the energy I'm getting. Okay, there's a moment of recognition that's coming up here. This is part of your reward. There's an expansion happening here. There's some kind of legacy that someone is leaving. And look at this, right when I said that, it says there will be a reason to celebrate. You guys, there's a moment of recognition that's happening right now. There's something that's happening. Put your playlist on shuffle and listen to the third song. Okay. You are loved, adored, and cherished. And then it says father wounds. So there could have been some father wounds here about taking action when it came to loving yourself. Okay. And that could have been from a father wound. I'm just going to get one more. Embrace the situation. Blah, blah. Embrace the situation that you're in right now. And then on the bottom of the deck, it says you are a miracle. And what I'm getting from this, you guys, is embrace this situation because it created a diamond. And that is you. These lower situations that you have been in, thank them. Give gratitude because you are a miracle. You came out a miracle. Some of you, you shouldn't even be here, right? But yes, you should because that's why you're here. This was all God's plan. This was all, it was a miracle in planning. That's what I'm getting. You are a miracle. Riri, be nice, please. One second. One second. Okay. Sorry. But he was on top of her. He was on top of Mama. And I can't take that because both of them are hurt. Mama's got a hurt leg too. I can't do that. Shit. All right. Okay, so just one more little thing before I go. Embrace the situation that you're in right now because you are a miracle. And what I was going to say is that you wouldn't have come out as a diamond if you didn't go through the pressure, right? You wouldn't come out as this miracle. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Animals are going crazy right now. Pay attention to Mother Nature right now. There's a lot of messages and signs that I'm seeing. But because of this, because of the situations that you were in, these lower moments, it created a miracle, okay? And it showed you that you're a miracle. And you needed that. You needed to see that you were a miracle because God knew the whole time. But you needed to see it. And it's the perfect situation was made so you could, okay? It birthed a miracle. It birthed a diamond. Last message. Stop it. It birthed a miracle. It birthed a diamond. You definitely did some father wounds here, some healing about the father wounds, and there is a reward. Blessings on blessings on blessings. This is your reward. Completion, reward, blessings on blessings on blessings, expansion, okay? This is your time. This is the message. I'll see you in the next one, you guys. You're about to do have a timeline jump. That's what's happening here. You've completed one cycle. You're moving into the next cycle. This cycle is a cycle of expansion, legacy, okay, where you pour into yourself. This is your job, pouring into yourself. God's taking care of the rest. That's the message. I love you so much. There is a moment of recognition that's coming up here that you will never forget, okay? This is going to be the point in your life where you're going to say, remember when that happened? I can't believe that happened. Or that was the moment when everything changed. That is what's happening. All right. It's big. It's big. It's huge. All right. I love you so much. This is the message. I'll see you in the next one.